Today we're gonna have a bit of an interesting video. Before we begin, though, I'm going to give you guys the old YouTube runaround real quick. You should be watching this on YouTube, by the way. If you're listening to this on the podcast, this is the moment where I ask you to at some point today watch this video on YouTube because there is a video component to this where we're going to literally build like Frankenstein a player made up of the body parts of multiple players because we're building the ultimate player for the 2021 MLB season, ladies and gentlemen. Don't all applaud at once. It's okay. Calm down. All right. Should we jump to it, man?
Let's do it. So real quick before we get into it, we're building, again, just to repeat, we're building we're going to take 5 players to build the best hitter in the 2021 season. So these are all stats based off of 2020. And how we're breaking it up is, this is how we think: speed, power, contact, plate discipline, and clutch.
So yeah,
Share my screen.
so the numbers don't lie on this. Like again, there's gonna be players that you're gonna think in your mind, oh, this player has better plate discipline than that player, and maybe your eyes tell you that, but the numbers say something completely different. And we're basing this entirely off of Baseball-Savant and FanGraphs numbers. So where do we want to start, Luis? Should we start with the easiest one to see and to decide? You want to start with speed?
Yes. So again, like Manny said, there's really no way to debate this. But if you go to Baseball-Savant, they have a nice chart here: base running sprint speed by position. We can see the slowest player overall is Albert Pujols. Guys like
Albert Pujols.
So you see this dot right here, Manny?
Yeah, I see it, man.
This is the fastest player in MLB, and it is Tim LaCastro.
Timothy LaCastro. Can I just say something about Albert Pujols really quick?
Yes.
He has the all-time record in double plays, ladies and gentlemen. Grounded into double plays. That's all I wanted to say.
Nice. Tim LaCastro has a sprint speed of 30.7 feet per second. This guy is a gazelle. He will outrun a cheetah.
So what's gonna happen now is that my co-host here, Luis, is gonna go and get an image of Tim LaCastro, and we're gonna go right ahead. We agreed before we started recording that we're gonna take his feet. So Tim, my apologies, but your feet are ours now. We're gonna go right ahead and cut those puppies off, and
I'm gonna try to do this as fast as possible.
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Here we go. Whoa, they really changed PicMonkey, I feel.
PicMonkey. Not advertising for PicMonkey at all, but PicMonkey, this isn't the first time we're using you in a video. Be nice if you threw a couple of
I'm gonna take the feet separate. I'm gonna take the feet separate, man, just in case we gotta see what I'm doing here.
See, what you could have done is just copied and pasted that other foot, and then, you know.
I see you're bragging about how good you are at cropping.
No.
Here we go.
No pressure,
snip, snap. And we got ourselves the fastest feet in baseball.
Look at those feet.
Tim LaCastro,
ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the Bodega Baseball. Who I didn't even know what Tim LaCastro looked like before today. My apologies, but I hope these are his feet. I hope this is the same Tim LaCastro. You can't really see his face. We're not interested in the face. We're interested in the feet.
And here's the thing. I wouldn't feel bad about not knowing who Tim LaCastro is. He played for the Dodgers, apparently. Played for the Diamondbacks. They're all on the West Coast. We live in the East Coast.
He's just getting passed around.
And we didn't really see him play so much. I'm not going to lie. I've heard the name before, but I didn't know what he looked like. All right. Sue me. Next, we're moving up to the thighs, which we're going to call power. And the way we decided power was it barrel percentage? Is that what we agreed? Or we agreed on a couple of things?
Yeah. So, and I actually got a So yeah, we couldn't really decide on one thing for power because like what is power, right? Is it the guy that hits the furthest home run? Is it the guy that averages the most home runs, the guy that barrels up the ball the most, the hardest hit percentage? So after looking at all the stats, we came to the conclusion that the person deserving of this power category going into the 2020 season, 2021 season is Fernando Tatis Jr.
Yeah,
I know
man.
what you guys, I know a lot of you guys are thinking like, there's guys with more power than Fernando Tatis. But is there? I mean, this guy had the hardest hit percentage by far, uh,
Hmm.
totaled the most barrels, has a pretty good barrel percentage, second behind Miguel Sano. And I think his furthest hit ball, man, he said was like 450 or something.
458.
Yeah. So the guy that hit the longest home run last year was Ronald Acuna. I think his was like
Mm-hmm.
507 or 502 something. Something crazy.
495 ish, 498.
But we're coming to the decision that overall Fernando Tatis barrels up the ball more, hits the ball harder more often. Um,
And I
I
have
know
to
he
say
was
that this surprised me because I know that Tatis has good power. I know that he's going to be a good player. If he stays healthy, he's going to be a top tier player for a very long time. So there's no question about that. But I expected to see Stanton, Judge. Sano wasn't surprising. He hits the ball pretty hard.
yeah
I expected to see the guy from the Blue Jays who was killing balls last year, Teoscar
yeah to
Hernandez.
Oscar Hernandez. So
Um, but but the numbers don't lie, man. And we tried in every different way. We said, well, it can't be Tatis. Let's look at this other stat or whatever. And his name just kept popping up. And
yeah, and he led the league in average exit velocity. What I'm surprised at is Christian Yelich is here. Christian
mm,
Yelich is a beast, but he had a down season last year. And Miguel Cabrera is in the top 10 for
yeah,
average velocity. That was pretty surprising. But exit velo, that's an easy way to say, this guy hits the ball hard.
yeah.
Um, and it's Fernando Tatis. So we're gonna go back to Pick Monkey. I'm gonna bring in some Tatis thighs.
Let's
Here
get
we
them
go.
Tatis ties.
Now, while looking for pictures, I noticed a lot of his swing picks. Um, his legs are kind of closed. We want those legs wide open, man. You don't we?
Oh, we sure do, man. Spread those puppies open if you can. Do us a favor,
Now
Toddy.
I'm not gonna be able to split these thighs the way I split. I
The
forgot his
magic,
name
the
already. Tim LaCastro's feet.
however, what you can do is you can move Tim LaCastro's feet to,
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
nice little
He must work out. I would flip those. I would
the
flip
feet.
that. No, I would flip his thighs.
There we
There you
go.
go. And move the
Okay,
feet over a little bit.
let's get the feet down more to earth. What do you say?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
What do you say? What do you say to that? Let's expand the arse.
There you go, man. Look at that. Wonderful.
Hey, all right, I'm gonna put this. All right,
All right, man.
move on.
Let's move up. Let's move up the body here. Let's move up to the. Can I trouble you for a little torso right now?
What did we consider torso to be? The torso would be
The
plate discipline.
plate discipline, and for plate
Plate
discipline,
discipline.
again, another surprising face here. I was expecting plate discipline wise, like I was trying to make the case for David Fletcher
Yeah.
because of his contact rate and all that stuff.
Yep.
We thought should we pick the guy who walks the most? But you know what? A guy can Barry Bonds walked a lot, and bad example by the way, but Barry Bonds walked a lot because he was intentionally walked. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yep.
So does that really measure plate discipline? Of course, he had great plate discipline, but does it really measure it? No. So we can't go by just the number of walks. So we had to use a number of things. We looked at who who has the most plate discipline when it comes to pitches outside the zone, who doesn't swing at those pitches. And
So yeah,
yeah,
just
go
by
ahead.
comparison, Hanser Alberto swang the most out of the zone.
Right.
So this guy was just
Free
free
wheel, free.
hacking.
Yeah. So throw pitches. We got Hanser Alberto, by the way, which I'm gonna wager bet here. I'm gonna bet that my man Hanser is Dominican and that his mother's name was like Hannah and his father's name was like
Alfonso.
Alfonso or something, and they mixed it together.
And
So
here's
anyway,
another interesting stat: out of the zone swing and miss. The guy that swung out of the zone and missed the most was Miguel Sano. So he hits the ball hard, but this guy misses a lot too. So
yep.
lots of strikeouts. So should we
So
reveal
yeah, let's do a reveal, man. So who was our plate discipline guy?
the guy that swang out of the zone the least, and who we're giving our plate discipline torso body part, or who we're getting our torso from, is Kevin Biggio, son of Hall of Famer Calvin Biggio. Manny, fun fact.
You mean Craig? Craig Biggio?
Did I say Calvin?
Yes, you did. You sure
Is
did,
there
man.
a Calvin Biggio out there?
Probably. I mean,
Probably has a brother or son or nephew or something. My bad.
it's all good, man. We all make mistakes in this world. Okay, so we're gonna go right ahead and chop off Kevin Biggio's torso. If you're feeling uncomfortable by the contents of this video, just know that we're not physically harming anybody. We're using an editing software which doesn't pay us, but I'm gonna keep dropping their name with the hopes that they might say, "Hey, look, these guys use us a lot." PicMonkey, www.picmonkey.com. Who needs
So I know.
Photoshop? What?
So exactly. I know a lot. I know this may be looking odd to a lot of people watching this, but he's a left-handed hitter. So if it looks odd, it's because he's left-handed, and I got to turn this body around. Not because like feet are from different players and stuff. Calvin Biggio's torso. We tried to get one where he was in swing motion because the other things are in swing motion, as you can tell.
Correct.
And we're gonna have to flip this.
Boom. Look at that.
I have to make a little big of a torso there. And let me just select all and make it a little smaller.
Look at this guy, man. Incredible.
Man, look at that long torso.
That's a long one for sure, man.
Yes. Coming in nice here.
All right. If you disagree with any of our picks so far and you have an argument to make, you have a real clear argument, we're wrong in your mind, go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section below. And if you're listening on the podcast, hit up the YouTube channel at some point today and subscribe. Watch us on YouTube too. Why not?
Yeah, man.
Why
not?
But let's move to the arms. And I kind of spoiled it a little bit. This guy made contact on pitches inside the zone, outside the zone, and overall had the highest contact rate in all of Major League Baseball. I wrote a piece for him on Pitcher List. It's called David Fletcher, a Renaissance Man. Ladies and gentlemen, David Fletcher.
And Manny knows I love David Fletcher.
Sure do.
Because I drafted him onto my baseball team last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was ridiculed for it, but I stuck with him. So
don't be ashamed of that, man.
So unfortunately, I don't have the contact rate stat that my co-host Manny was referring to, but I
can lead you there, man. I could take you there. Hold my hand. Let's go for a walk. Can you go up to FanGraphs up on your tabs?
Yes, I
sir.
Can.
Plate discipline. What are you doing, man?
Am I going to leaders?
Go to leaders.
Is it a 2 or is it a 4?
Go to plate discipline. Boom. There it is. Click.
Kevin Biggio.
I
didn't even see this before. But this is the guy they're ranking number 1 as a default. I don't know what they're using as a default, but what I'm looking
click on O contact. That's outside of the zone contact. David Fletcher leads. 85%, almost 86% of the time. Z contact inside of the zone, and total contact. David Fletcher.
Nice. So this guy inside of the zone, outside of the zone. My guy, the Fletch.
He's not. Yeah, he's not going to hit bombs. He's not going to hit 90-mile-an-hour, lasers. But this guy is a dink and dunk type of player. He's going to drop the ball wherever he wants to, and he's going to make a lot of contact. And if you want a player that can make things happen, David Fletcher's your guy, man. So we're going to take his arms. Sorry, David, but we're taking your arms, man. They're mine.
Manny, this isn't my first time slicing a baseball player for his body parts. And I just got to say, this one's going to be kind of tough, man. There's a lot going on in the arm section.
You're going to have to use some erasing tools here. And I don't envy you.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something here.
Keep the bat, man.
Keep the bat.
Actually, don't keep
Right.
the. Can you keep the bat?
Yeah, we're keeping the bat. Then unless you want to add in like a legendary baseball bat from history and just seal.
How are you gonna erase this, man? So while Luis is erasing there, I'm just gonna recap. So far, we have speed, Tim LaCastro. We have plate discipline, Kevin Biggio, power, Fernando Tatis, and currently we are removing David Fletcher's arms. I mean, I'm okay if you chop his head off there. I'm okay with you keeping his upper body and his arms. You know what I mean?
I'm keeping them. Oh, this looks good.
Wow.
He's behind the ball here.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to see, like, let's see if I swing, this foot's in front.
This is a high fastball. He's swinging at a high one here.
You know what? It looks good. It looks good on paper. It's staying.
It's staying. We're keeping it. All right. Finally, clutch. And we're determining clutch by using the stat win probability added, WPA. So if you're a sabermetrics person or an analytics person, you don't believe in clutch. Although you know that there are certain situations in a game where you want a certain player up to bat because that player always seems to make stuff happen. There's no real way to measure that. So, but there is a stat again, win probability added, WPA, which measures what the win expectancy is based off of a batted ball event. So, for example, if David Fletcher goes up there and he strikes out, his WPA will be in the negatives because he's not increasing his team's chances of winning a game. If David Fletcher goes up and hits a double, he'll have a positive win probability added. In certain situations in the game, maybe there's a runner at second, David Fletcher is up to bat, he draws a walk, he'll have a higher win probability added because he moved that batter to third base, or actually, that's not true. He hit a single, that batter moved to third base. So there's a better chance that that runner could score a run, better chance the team could win. So that's what win probability added is. It's every time this player came up to the bat, came up to plate, how many times did he increase his team's chance of winning a game? And that person, if you click on win probability, my friend, is Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Freeman. Guys, I just want to throw those out there again. I also had Freddie Freeman on my team last year. He won the MVP.
Okay.
Anything, Freddie, man, one of the greatest baseball players of this generation.
For sure.
Greatest hitters, at least.
So
yeah, like we said, we're gonna use for clutch, we're gonna use the face, the head, the brain.
We're gonna behead this guy. We're just gonna go ahead and take his head. It's not the prettiest player we're building here, but we're not going for looks. You know what I mean?
I know, right?
You know what I just realized? So we had a guy on the show a few weeks back, Antonio Ortiz, who does the rebuilds.
Mm-hmm.
This is and we've done this video before we even heard of Antor. You can go back in our feed. We've done an Ultimate Player video before. I don't want to act like we're stealing from this guy or whatever, but this is kind of what he does, except that he's on MLB The Show and he rebuilds teams and simulates. We are dismembering a human person and building a Frankenstein of sorts, a baseball Frankenstein. What's concerning me about Freddie Freeman here is that I see. You got to look at perspective here. I gotcha. So there you have it. Freddie Freeman is our clutch player. So if we were to build the perfect player, the ultimate player for the 2021 MLB season, he would be a combination of Tim LaCastro for his speed, David Fletcher for his contact, Fernando Tatis Jr. for his power, Kevin Biggio for his plate discipline, and for clutch, we have Freddie John Freeman. I don't know if that's his real middle name. I'm trying to pick a really white name there. So there it is, man. There's your player. How do you think this guy would fare in the 2021 season, man?
I think we just built Juan Soto, honestly. Like, I think minus the speed.
Should we just put a picture of Juan Soto up? This is like this is it. This is the ultimate MLB player.
Juan Soto's going on the thumbnail. So for all you guys, we're clickbaiting the hell out of this video. We're putting Juan Soto as the thumbnail. You're gonna think he's in here, but he's not.
Yeah, man. All right. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you rate, subscribe, check out our YouTube, check this out on YouTube and hit that subscribe button on there. Follow me on Twitter at Manigo3. Follow Luis at Hova Mojo on Twitter. That's it, man. Thanks for stopping by the Bodega.
Thank you. Peace.
Peace.